One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to Commonwealth Stadium in Lexington, Kentucky, home of the Wildcats. As we'll see the number 12 team in the country, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on another SEC rival, the Kentucky Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Georgia about to kick it off to get us underway. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Kentucky's offense will have first crack at this one. What a great group of receivers they run out there, and a staunch, stout defense they'll be running into. Jesse, how are they going to get open? How does this defense keep them in check?
Well, I think one thing this receiving group knows to have success in this game against this defense is it's going to take all of them. It's not just going to be one guy making all the plays. They're all going to have to be able to step up and, David, take advantage of their own individual one-on-one opportunities when those chances come their way.
Well, and I think that's what's good about this offense. There's strength in numbers. It's not just one guy that you can take away. There's several receivers that can make plays. That stresses a defense. Like, find the weakness, go after him. That guy can win. So it'll be a fun individual matchup.
Looking to throw on first down. Throws to the tight end. Just a Baryshnikov-like move on the sideline to tap that toe and get the first down.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Off the RPO, complete. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Wants to go up top on first down. Here's the pressure. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
And that guy is just a man. I mean, he sets the tone in this defense, and you saw it on that play right there. Reminds me a lot of the guy standing beside me, David Pollack, who really set the bar for great D-line play at Georgia. I think back to two guys I played against, Richard Seymour and Marcus Stroud, lining up beside each other on the inside of that D-line. That was an absolute nightmare to go up against.
And the Wildcats, now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Pulls it in. It's long. They'll run him out of bounds, but look what's on the ground. Penalty marker. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Offense gets set for second down. Wants to go up top. Going for it all. He's got it inside the 25. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22.
We knew this offense wanted to come out here and let it rip through the air. This QB is in a beautiful rhythm early. Nice job with his footwork and his eyes, and he completes a big one there. Get this offense humming.
Kentucky back at it with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. They'll try the run. They make the stop after a pickup of 3 just inside the red zone at the 19.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but now facing 3rd down. Under fire. He's got it on the move. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down.
So nice when you're an offense and you get in these 3rd and shorts, and you know the defense has to be aggressive, has to commit guys up front, especially in the red zone area. Nice job by this offense, slipping in the pass, getting rid of the football, setting up a 1st and goal.
A 1st down run in the red zone. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this 1st drive.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Get it out on the screen. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1.
Well, short completion setting up 3rd down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
They've moved it right to the precipice of a score, and they need 1 more yard. Quarterback on the keeper. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage, and what a big 3rd down stop by this defense.
And how about a decision time right off the jump? 4th down. Do I want to go for it? 1st drive. Palmer, what you going to do?
I'm taking the points right here. It's early in the game. You're trying to pay off this opening drive. Just get some points up on the board. If it was a little closer to the end zone, I'd say maybe go for it, but I'm playing conservative on this one.
It's good. Easy call for the ref. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
This is a team that really prides themselves on starting fast. We've seen that before, and here they are playing at home today. Nice job on the opening drive. Lots of poise, good emotion. They don't get the touchdown they would have liked, but they kick a nice field goal. They've got the lead. Head coach has to be happy with that.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Bulldogs offense will go to work for the 1st time. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches do.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
This offense already in the black zone, a little bit backed up. How do they want to respond? They come out to throw the football, be aggressive, and this defense was ready, and they got pressure on the quarterback and got a sack on the very 1st snap.
The Dogs have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Dropping back, it's Stockton. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack.
This offense may want to take note of where this guy is lining up, because he's got 2 sacks now in the first 2 plays of the game. He's wrecking this thing before it's even getting underway.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On the run, it's Frazier. What a play by this defense, and they stop him short. It'll be 4th down. Georgia sends out the punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Got a little space. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Finds his man. It's Raw. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
And that's just a timing route. And if I'm a quarterback and they're going to sit back in zone, when I run those crossers, man, I just wait for that zone window to open up, anticipate it a little bit, chunk that thing, and let my receiver do the rest of the work.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. To the ground with the back. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The Wildcats can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll keep it on the ground. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown, Wildcats! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish things up with a dart from 24 yards out. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They've spotted them a 10-0 start. Now he tosses one high and deep down the left side. And the DB making a huge play, knocking it away downfield.
Looked to me on that deep ball like he was forcing it a little bit. You got to be careful as a quarterback. You're not trying to outduel the other guy who just threw a touchdown pass. You're just trying to win the game. So just execute the plays. The ball goes to who it's designed to go to. If that means you got to turn around and hand it off, then that's what you got to do. But I think on that last deep ball, QB forcing it a little bit.
That's caught. It's Branch. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. Now, last year, there were long stretches in which the Georgia offense hardly looked like a well-oiled machine. Now the quarterback's transferred, new full-time starter in there. I think it's fair to say, David, that the Dogs need more from the quarterback position this season.
They do need more, but I tell you what, they didn't help him the whole spot around, right? The offensive line, running backs, receivers, it was kind of below average for every position, but the quarterback is the tone setter, the captain, and having a guy like Gunner at the helm, man, this is a dude they all trust, they all respect, and I expect this offense to bounce back in a big way.
The Bulldogs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. To the air, it's Stockton. Finds his man, it's Branch. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Finds a man on the left. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line.
This tight end is such a weapon because he can line up all over the field. That time he starts in the slot, he's running the corner route against zone coverage, and he's just got athleticism and wiggle and the ability to separate and make big plays. So nice to have a target like that.
Fires to the wideout, and they can't make the connection.
What a play by the defender that time because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Be interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
From the gun, the give, looking for room. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass, locating the football. No PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
Georgia lining up to punt it away. That last punt basically flipped the field. They'd like to do it again. And that one will bounce and roll out of bounds. Let's see exactly where they mark it. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. They've built a quick double-digit lead now to try to get this offense really humming. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. They'll run play action. Oh, they're after him. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll take another shot here. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
Defense needed that stop badly. They gave up a touchdown. They gave up a field goal. Here they are in the 3rd possession. They've got to find a way to get off the field. So really nice job on a critical 3rd down, forcing an incompletion.
Punt is in the air. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. A little sluggish out of the gate here. They've had to punt it away on each of them. Breaks into the open. Crosses the 45, out of bounds at the 47-yard line, and a solid play there.
Man, the offense got away with one there. That was supposed to be a running back screen. Instead, the quarterback threw it somewhere else. And with all the offensive line running way down the field, they're lucky that wasn't a penalty.
Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. He'll keep it himself. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Looking to throw, it's Stockton. Bringing the heat. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away.
Well, this QB already in the first quarter has taken some serious punishment. Got sacked a bunch, got hit a bunch. He's been targeted a lot. This offense needs to find some answers before we're going to be looking at his backup playing some serious snaps.
Some third down conversions tougher than others. This one a long one on third down from the 43. The short hands, it's Branch. So he was forced to just take what the defense gave him, and they were able to stop him short of the first down.
And when you're a defense and you get third and long and you know exactly where those sticks are, you set your feet at them, they throw it underneath, I go rally, make the tackle. Perfect third down and long execution by this defense.
Georgia sends out the punt team. And that is textbook instructional video. Out of bounds right around the goal line. They'll give it to the back. Didn't find much room. He'll pick up a couple out to the 5.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Off the play fake. Rush is on him. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Trying to set up the screen. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the first down.
And there you go. You see, you don't have to throw bombs to get big plays in the passing game. Just screen it to your running back. As soon as he catches it, he gets upfield. And how about the downfield blocking by these linemen and the wide receivers as they rip off that explosive play?
Looking to throw on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing it.
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. It's no surprise at all to find a Georgia defensive lineman wreaking havoc in the backfield.
Nah, find those big, physical, aggressive dudes that can be physical enough to play the run in the SEC and then pin your ears back and go get quarterbacks. Georgia does that and finds those guys really, really often.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, he'll need to push it downfield. They'll stop him short of the first down, and the screen didn't quite convert.
Listen, you hear all the time about how important it is to stay on schedule offensively, right? And this is a perfect example. You just can't have negative plays early in drives because even when you come up with big plays like we just saw, you're still miles away from picking up this first down. You're making it so hard on your offense.
The kick is on its way. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. They'll start this drive from the 42. They'll leave it with him. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Line getting set on second down. Off play action. And he's feeling the heat, and he will go down. Final play of the first quarter, and not the way he wanted to end it. We've reached the break, and Kentucky is on top. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. Looking to throw, it's Stockton. Here comes the heat. Bought a little time, lets it go. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
You can just start to sense the frustration building for this offense after that incompletion. Right now, setting up fourth down. They haven't yet scored a touchdown. They just can't find a rhythm in this game. Obviously, the defense, the big reason for that. But if this offense wants a chance to win, they have got to start stringing some completions together and get this quarterback in a better rhythm.
And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Leaves it with the back. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
And how about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the first half, and he's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss. These are the kind of plays that really help your defense push these offenses behind the sticks.
The pull and throw off the RPO. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
I like the idea on offense. You want to get this guy the football in as many ways as possible. So you throw him the screen quickly to see if he can make somebody miss. Doesn't work there, but that should not be the last time you run that play.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires one high and deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
One thing this defense always talks about is getting off the field. Last drive, they forced a punt. Here on third down, what a great job flying to the football, getting a hit, forcing an incompletion. They may be jogging off here soon again.
They punted away on fourth down. Makes a nice grab at the 25. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. He'll do it himself. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
You know, this zone replay is something they rep over and over and over in practice. This guy can run it and execute it in his sleep. Good decision there keeping the football.
Running game worked on first down. Let's see if they go back to it on second down. Back to pass, it's Stockton. Hauls it in. And they knock him down. There was nowhere to go. Defense is swarming.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
When you've already sent your punter out 4 times, at least he knows he's going to get his varsity letter, and his leg might get a bigger workout if they don't convert. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
Looking downfield on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Thomas. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I needed to throw this ball hard. Like, I got to fit it in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it, because he really didn't have a choice, because he was going to wear that one regardless.
From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Spins away from one. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28. They are letting the big dogs eat on the ground.
Pound, pound, pound. The dog pound. Run the football, be physical. You can go back when Vince Dooley won a championship. Herschel Walker. You go all through the names. So many great running backs that run with an edge that are dogs.
He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
That quarterback putting his face in the fan, I love it. Coming up quickly, making a tackle in space.
And the Bulldogs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. To throw, it's Stockton. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Turning it on! They've got him now, and he almost picked up that first down on the screen.
You know, and that's why this guy can play first, second, and third down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. And they're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this drive.
Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. And the defense stands up this offensive line and stuffs him right at the line of scrimmage. He didn't get it.
And this guy has been a dominant force early in this game. We're still in the first half. He already has a sack. He gets a tackle for loss there. He's playing so well with his eyes right now. He's reading his keys, and he's letting his God-given ability put him in the backfield to make these plays.
Splits the uprights. Good. This is now a 7-point game.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really needing to put a score on the board on this possession. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Pulls it and fires to the left. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 44-yard line, and this offense has it going. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Give to the running back. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. The give. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Beautifully thrown ball, terrific catch, and they'll have the first down.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
And the Wildcats are on the move. Caught in the backfield, it's Law. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Second down coming up. Trying play action. Fires to the tight end. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
All right, defense. It ain't working, right? They're stringing together several first downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
Power football with the run. there to stop him after a pickup of 1 to the 22.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Right back to it. They'll give him maybe 1 on the play. It's down to the 20.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Bought a little time, lets it go. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
They've done a nice job marching the football down the field to get into this position in the red zone. You throw an incomplete on 3rd down, so the question now, are you going for a touchdown, try to pay this drive off, or are you just going to take the points?
And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. Dead center perfect. And now the lead is even bigger.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. Looks like he's going to try to return it. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They're going to have to be more aggressive in this drive. You can't expect to win this one, David, kicking field goals.
No, especially when you're trailing. You got to have a little more.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. Looking to throw, it's Stockton. With the catch, it's Frazier. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Good play by the defense. Way to wrap them up. Way to know where the sticks are. Now puts you in a successful position for 3rd down. Now you can break out the fun packages, the blitzes, putting more speed, more little fast guys on the field.
4 punts already, and they've got to convert here to avoid a 5th. Here's a heat. He stopped at the 23 and still a ways to go to pick up the 1st down.
Great job rallying to the football by this defense. 3rd down, QB's trying to extend the play, but great team speed on defense, now setting up 4th.
Georgia lining up to punt it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. On the move. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense. It's amazing how a play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you want.
Well, he was trying to do it all by himself. At the end of the day, it's a tackle for loss.
I mean, the number of tackles he broke, at some point, somebody's got to get blocked to help the guy out a little bit.
Man, the defense was like a bunch of zombies on that last play. They just would not stop chasing that ball carrier.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. He's got it inside the 30. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down.
All right, defense, I don't know what what you're drawing up, but that wasn't it, okay? Wide open wide receivers, miscommunication, whatever it was, got to get that fixed.
Here comes Kentucky after picking up that first down. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Throws to the back. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
So now it's second and long. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. He's got it. And he won't be able to push his way in. He's stopped at the 1. The magic bean is spinning out of control. Already over 200 yards in the first half.
Yeah, they're being aggressive offensively, throwing the football, trying to take advantage. Defense on the back end. They've got their quarterback right now in a groove.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They'll dial up the run on first and goal. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And on that situation on the 1-yard line, the defense brings so many guys. Palmer gets in the backfield, creates the negative play.
Yeah, I think we're seeing the overall athleticism of this defense. They've got guys flying to the ball.
Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? Tries again to get it in. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown. That touchdown gives his team a pretty significant lead at this point.
And that's what you want. You want to start fast. You want everything to come out and start clicking, make some plays. It doesn't always work that way, but when you do, man, the energy, the crowd, everybody's into it. Now the other team better respond.
Ready to try the point after. Kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. They put together a 65-yard drive for the score and close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
They go with the option. Quarterback keeps it himself. And look, we've seen this guy on tape, guys, break these tackles and take it the distance. This offense should keep dialing up these option plays. Don't let that short gain by the QB prevent you from running this scheme in your playbook.
Using his legs, it's Frazier. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. And the Dogs line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Makes the catch. It's Branch. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
That's a great sign for this offense. Man, everything's been difficult so far. You've dug yourself a huge hole. They're going to have to find some completions, find some energy, find some momentum somehow, because it's been a struggle out the gates.
Back to throw. It's Stockton. Makes the grab. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. The Dogs in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Back to pass. Pocket breaking down. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Quarterback's got to get rid of the ball. That sack's on him, not the O-line. Third down coming. On the gun, wants to pass. Got a man, it's Branch. He's out across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and execution continues to be key.
Man, this offense, they needed that one in the worst way, right? They're getting blown out in this game so far, and as we get close to halftime, they've got to be able to put a good drive together. They've got to be able to come away with a touchdown here, close the gap a little bit going into the second half.
Wants to throw on first down. Makes the grab, it's Branch. He gets it out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on second down. Wants to go up top. Grabbed over the middle. It's Frazier. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
This offense has been sluggish to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. Tight end now in motion. Looking to pass, it's Stockton. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Sets up the screen. That'll be a gain of about 7, leaves him with 3rd and 3. They'll immediately call timeout.
Yeah, and he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more.
There he goes. Rustled out of bounds at the 12, and another productive play on this drive.
Great job, too, by the QB there, holding the ball as long as possible, allowing the pass rush to get upfield, and at the very last second, getting it to his guy so that he can go get the first down.
Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Under fire. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. And maybe this guy was hoping somebody would bail him out, like a tuck rule or something.
Not going to be so lucky this time around. Give the defense credit. This pass rush is serious. It's real. And this quarterback is now going to have to play with a clock in his head that's going off just a little bit quicker. He's got to do a better job understanding when to get rid of it.
This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? To the air on first down. Got his man quickly. No chance to run, but they still move it forward. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Man, a lot of ways to describe those first 2 quarters in Lexington, but let's just go with notable. And this linebacker has left his big old paw prints all over this first half. He's been clogging running lanes and forcing turnovers, and even when he's not doing something that shows up on the stat sheet, he's preventing that offense from doing so. A young man with all-American potential. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Old Commonwealth Stadium and Kroger Field.
Kentucky teeing it up and ready to go here in the second half. inside zone 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Back to pass, it's Stockton. That's caught, it's Bell.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Using his legs, it's Frazier. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. He'll keep it on the sneak.
Well, and he gets stuffed on that QB sneak. He's just not doing a really good job of reading the crease and finding a little space to kind of tuck into and drive his feet. He's just running himself into a wall, David.
Well, and how about the big boys up front? Make a crease, push somebody back, create some space. There was nowhere to go.
Georgia sends out the punt team. They're up to a half dozen kicks today. He's got it. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. The give to the back. Into a mass of giant bodies. We'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24.
I think if you're the coaching staff, you have to like what you've seen from this guy so far in the game. He's pumped out some really nice runs. Obviously, he's already scored a touchdown. Really nice run there as well. And for me, I would keep thinking about creative ways of getting this guy the ball as the game goes on here in the second half.
The play action fake. Quick strike complete. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better third down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to third down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the...
Oh, he's got some space. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
Big third down conversion, getting the ball to your running back, and he does the rest. This guy, I think, will get a lot more touches.
And you want to know why he's on the field on third down? Because he can block, he can catch the ball, and you can also hand it off to him, and he can go find the sticks and keep drives alive. What a weapon.
Off play action on first down. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action attempt.
The Wildcats now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Second down, he'll throw it. The throw to the outside is complete. A solid pickup there, works it to the 38 before being pushed out of bounds.
Man, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers, those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
Handoff to the lone back. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Kentucky will be forced to punt. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to... They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
I think this quarterback now at this point is looking over to the sideline saying, hey, can we just not throw it anymore? I mean, my guys, they can't block for me. I've got no chance back here. We need to just run the ball from this point out.
The Bulldogs have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Oh, better look out! And he's wrestled to the ground. If they're going to keep this drive going, they'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Wants to throw. It's Stockton. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
We know about this running back's versatility, and he's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
Georgia lining up to punt it away. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. The give to the tailback. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now, it's tough sledding on the ground.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And he was virtually unblockable on that play. You know, it reminds me of seeing the highlights of my partner here, David Pollock, a guy that doesn't like to talk about his own greatness, so I'll do it for him. David raised the bar in the standard for D-line play at the University of Georgia. It was his athleticism. It was his tenacity. He wasn't just getting sacks and tackles for losses. He was picking off passes and taking them to the house. He was like the honey badger before the honey badger, but playing D-line. All-time.
He'll pull it down. Gets down at the last possible second to avoid getting lit up.
Man, now and if this offense could go back, they'd be like, throw it away. You know, don't take the sack earlier in the downs because the scramble now puts you in a good 4th down situation. Interested to see what this offense does, but they got to stay away from those negative plays.
Kentucky sends out the punting unit. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Grabbed in the middle. It's dealt. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
Looking downfield, it's Stockton. They'll run the screen. Ran right through the defender, and now he's still running. Nice job to pick up the 1st down, and they'll spot it at the 42. Plays like that put just a second of hesitation in the defense to make sure, and they're able to take advantage here.
And they use the great timing with this call, right? Like, you can't call this play all the time, but you want to catch them when they're a little bit aggressive, not thinking about it. Nice job slipping the screen behind them, making the easy catch, and then getting downfield, picking up some extra yards.
Snagged in the middle. It's dealt. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. always nice to have that security blanket of the tight end.
And it's nice to have a tight end that can line up in different areas of the field, too. It's not always going to be in a three-point stance. He can sometimes be in the backfield. You could flex him out into the slot. They might even try to put this guy out at wide receiver in the split end position and see what he can do there, because this guy is a weapon.
Grabbed behind the line, it's Bell. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
I like the decision by the quarterback there. I mean, you'd like to think your receiver in space can make a linebacker miss, but that's just a better job tackling by the defense.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. Motion from the wide receiver. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Unleashes one deep. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
This offense has had some struggles early in this game so far. They're just trying to get something going, and so you take a shot. You try to find your best one-on-one matchup and see if they can make a play. The defense was ready for it. Good coverage on the back end. They look very prepared. All 11 guys on defense right now playing together as one.
No good. All points are important, guys, but that one still leaves you with a 3-possession deficit down by 17.
Oh, man, the dreaded doink. When you knock it off the crossbar, those are the ones where, man, just a couple inches to the other side, towards the middle, and that thing's in, but it still counts as a missed opportunity.
From the gun, running back on the move. It continues to be a long day as they are just swarming every time he gets the ball.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
To the air on 2nd down. Got it set up on the outside. He gets it past the 1st down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
It'll be a 1st down from the 49-yard line. Now on the counter. And he has had a long day at the office, not to mention the backfield, as the defense has been all over him.
That defense is about getting off the football. And when that defensive line can be disruptive and get in the backfield right away and mess up those pullers actions on those counter plays, it can be really advantageous for the defense. Great job by the defense being hyperactive.
Now the play fake. Pressure coming. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
I think he's showing you his experience on that decision right there. There was nothing open, so don't try to force it into coverage. You've got the lead. If it's not there, just throw it away. The head coach loves to see his quarterback make that kind of decision.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He lofts one down the sideline. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
I want to give a shout out to the defense there on 3rd down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on 3rd down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
Kentucky will be forced to punt. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. It'll go out of bounds, and we'll see where they mark it. It's going to be right around the 35. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Back to throw, it's Stockton. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. They've avoided the interception all day, but they're lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be 2nd down.
And that's a big shot, and that's a big incompletion, but this offense has to continue to do more of that. When you're trailing and you've got to make plays, they got to find creative ways to push this ball down the field and get this offense in a flow.
And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Motion from the back. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Got it behind the line. It's Frazier. He gets it oh so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
They kick it away on 4th down. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. Trying to get the corner. They keep feeding him in this running game, and the defense is having none of it. It's been that way all day.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
He's got his man across the middle. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker.
Well, another catch by the big fella. And, hey, this defense now in the 2nd level, they've got to understand that they're going to see some play action. They can't keep biting on the fake. It's not easy to do. You've got to be aware of the tight end and his release. As soon as you see him get upfield, right now you know it's pass. So don't even worry about the fake. Get your eyes focused and find the big fella to go make a tackle and make a play on the ball.
You don't even see quarterbacks under center very often, but when you do, and it's short yardage, you kind of know what's coming, but it didn't matter. Quarterback does a great job. Find some space, keep those feet moving, just fall forward and get that yardage, and he gets the big 1st down.
They'll send the tight end in motion. Running back searching for a hole. Still running at the 40. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as he gets him down at the 37.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Wide receiver going in motion. Handoff from the shotgun. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the 2nd half.
Makes the catch. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Using him out of the slot, he has just been unstoppable.
And I love putting dynamic athletes in the slot that I can move around, that I can put in motion, that I can make him go in or out. I can put him off the ball so you can't get hands on him, and they've really featured this guy today.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
Right down the boulevard, it's good. And now the lead is extended a little further.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Looking downfield, it's Stockton. And the pass to the sideline will pick up a short gain. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
Well, that's one the DB, I think, would like to have back. Out route, he was in man coverage. If he could have just got out of his break a little bit sooner, he might have had a chance to intercept that one and take it to the house.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. They'll run play action. Fires to the big fella. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. That's reeled in. It's Bell. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down.
Well, that was a weird one because I think running back screen was called, but the quarterback just saw an open receiver downfield and said to himself, hey, I got an open guy. I'm just going to take it.
They'll need to show urgency to get another play off before the clock hits 0. Looking to throw on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Bell. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. As we start the 4th quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Looking to throw again. Grab near the sticks. It's Frazier. Gets it out across the 40. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 42 as this offense trying to put together a good drive.
First down for the offense.
Georgia going back to work with another first down. Dropping back, it's Stockton. Finds his tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Got it in the middle. It's Delp. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
First down for the offense.
Georgia ready to dial it up on another first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Frazier. No siree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though. How quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Gonna swing it on second down. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great recognition by the defense on that pass play. They knew exactly who the quarterback was going to, and they got there quick.
Ninth play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Fires deep toward the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it, but you got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing.
Lofts one deep down the right side. Can't hook up on the long throw, and 4th down goes by the boards for this offense. Off the play fake on first down. Using the quick game. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Off the play fake. Throws for the tight end. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves them with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the big fella. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27. He's been so locked in, it seems like any pass called is a guaranteed chunk play.
Yeah, and winning late like this in the ball game, keep trusting him, keep spinning. You know why? Because stats matter late in the game. You want some postseason awards? Keep chucking it, keep getting those stats.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. The give to the back. Breaks into the open. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the 1st down.
Is Kentucky offense doing work? They're set up with another 1st down. They'll run it from the gun. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Might as well stick with him. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks to see if they can confuse him.
Here's the pressure. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
I think if I'm a QB, I like the decision. I get it to my running back who's really good after the catch, who's really good with the ball in his hands, but the defense did the job. They got him on the ground. They gave up some yards, but they forced the 4th down.
This kicker's leg is getting a workout. He's already made 3 field goals, and here he comes again. Absolutely perfect. And that will extend their lead even further.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
The returner will field it and bring it back. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. Gets him on the ground at the 31, but a nice pickup of 15 yards there.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
Under fire.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield, nothing there. So instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
And the Bulldogs have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
It's not a flashy play call, but that is exactly what it was designed to do. Get 2 yards, get the first down.
And the Dogs will line it up on 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Stockton. Fires to the middle. Got his man on the right. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking.
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
And when I got a stud quarterback like they do, I'm going to protect him. I'm going to make sure that I keep him upright because he can do some serious damage. But this defense applying pressure and applying the hammer in this football game.
The Dogs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Wants to fire on 2nd down. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes, bring the speed on the field, and get ready to play the pass.
Offense breaks the huddle on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on down.
I know that was tough, but as a quarterback, you got to know on 4th down, you cannot take a sack. Any way, shape, or form, you've got to be able to get rid of that football and give it an opportunity. That time, I know it wasn't blocked perfect, but the quarterback's got to have more sense of urgency.
He leaves it with the back. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
And this is the part of the game where you could really see this guy take over, right? Like, you've got the lead, the big running back. He's physical in the 4th quarter, starting to get a little bit tired. Let's see if he can keep this going.
And the Wildcats with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Takes this handoff and headed to the right. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, that guy is so quick coming out of his stance. Do you see how fast he got to the ball carrier to get that tackle for loss? Wow.
The Wildcats come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. He'll throw on 3rd down. Makes the grab. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33.
That is going to drive this defensive coordinator nuts. A lot of DCs, they focus a ton of energy on how their unit performs on 3rd down and in the red zone. If this defense gives up a couple more 3rd down conversions like that, they are going to be in for a very unpleasant film session on Monday.
Looking to throw on 1st down. He's got it. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. He's just winning that matchup in the slot every time.
And when you put him in the slot, Reese, he's closer to the quarterback. It's an easier throw. We can run in, we can run out, and really take advantage of his versatility of the guy at that slot position.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Oh, they're after him. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
And if your job is to irritate, to confuse, to hit, to make quarterbacks feel very uncomfortable, this defense is definitely doing their job. 6 sacks, that's the way to make the quarterback feel like he's having a hard day. He's had no response. This offensive line has no response, just a sack party.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. He is denied, cannot get to the first down marker, and it's 4th down coming.
4th down.
And they'll send out the field goal unit. He'll have to generate power and some accuracy, a 50-yarder from the left hash. That took every ounce of leg strength he had to sneak that one into the left corner. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Turning it on! And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The Bulldogs with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. The give on the option. Defense fills those gaps. He's got 1 to the 28.
Well, I think the defense is expecting here on 3rd down that this running back's going to get it again. He got it on 1st, had a nice carry, got it on 2nd. Now he set him up in 3rd and short. You've got to be physical here and make sure this guy goes backwards.
And the Bulldogs come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. He'll go to the sneak. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
On the play.
3rd and 1, everyone knows it's coming, but the quarterback sneak is so hard to stop. They just got to get 1 yard. Nice job by the offensive line.
Well, a really good push by his center on that last play, making it easy for his quarterback to just tuck the football, belly it, get low, and drive your legs.
On the run, it's Frazier. Defense closed down quickly after a gain of 3. They'll mark it at the 32.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Leaves it with the running back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. Offense breaks the huddle. It's 3rd down. Scanning the field, it's Stockton. Unloads to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's Thomas. Gets it to the 46-yard line. 1st down for this offense.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Grab behind the line. It's Branch. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
That's caught. It's Thomas. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Screen pass just not working there. You figure at this point of the game, trailing, you're going to have to be more aggressive and take some shots. You usually run screen passes when you think there's going to be a blitz, but because the defense has the lead, they're just sitting back and playing big zones.
And the Dogs come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Catch in the middle. It's Bell. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Frazier. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. The Dogs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They'll go to the ground. That will be the final play as they make the stop, and the clock has expired here. It's really the most common type of upset we see every year. The home field advantage is so big, and especially when you have a ranked team come to town, they love to play spoiler.
Yes, and what needed to happen happened in this football game. Something good to happen early to get the belief and to get this crowd involved. And when the crowd gets involved, Jesse, it changes the game, and I think it had a lot to do with the outcome today.
I agree. I'll tell you, regardless whether this team is ranked or unranked, when their home crowd is like they were today, they're tough to beat, period. And you know this crowd and these fans, they're going to be celebrating this win for days and days to come.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.